Wait, do I need to record the stream? Yes.
That's up to you.
Yes. If I want to put it up on YouTube, I do. Okay, this is recording. The stream is recording. Let's start the music. Here we go. Take 3. What's up, everybody? How are we doing today? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Spartans, Guardians, and of course, all of our friends who suffer from uncontrollable, persistent technical difficulties. Welcome to the Red Spartan Halo Podcast, the most exciting, entertaining, and chaotic Halo podcast on the internet. Jimmy's back!
I'm back, bro.
He's back, bruh. What's up, my guy?
Yeah, so the reason why that intro is so quiet, we already did it like 3 times.
Yeah,
I was gonna point out the same thing. We interrupted the first 2, and then on the third one, we're just like, screw it, we're done.
Yeah, there's not enough time in the day anymore. There's no, like, what else were you guys gonna say? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, we had enough, but we're back, bro. I'm back.
We are back.
Better than ever, and I'm here to stay.
You're better than ever. Is that real?
Better than ever.
Yeah.
You really
great.
think so?
Hell yeah.
Wow, I like your confidence.
Oh, I appreciate it. I need
Jamie, what have you been up to for the last 2 weeks?
it. Working on my place, bro, and get my other property prepared. My internet has been down, and I tried everything to solve the issues, but we might have future issues, so just be aware. Mainly because I am on the older side of my town, and it's a town of like 40,000 people or less, I think.
The what side of your town?
The older side.
The older.
The original part.
Okay.
So yeah, they don't have the faster internet on this side. But he also said that there was an update too that was pushed out last week at the same time. So, but I'm back. I'm here. I'm back. I'm so annoyed, but I'm back.
Well, welcome back. I share your annoyance.
Yeah.
I am annoyed for a number of other reasons. But real quick, before we move on to how Mystery's doing, what games have you played in the last 2 weeks?
0.
No games with girls?
I stopped playing the game with girls. I'm fucking done with that shit. Sorry for my cursing.
So are you moving on to guys or what?
No. Real quick.
Yeah.
Just for any women listening, if you're on a goddamn dating app and you're trying to get to know somebody, ask them questions about them, not everything about you. It's like, go back and forth. Don't make it one-sided for every single fucking person that you're talking to. I'm sorry for my cursing, but I just had enough, dude. I had enough. These people, I went through over 10 people of talking to people, and no one ever asked one question about me. One question.
Why do you think that
I carried
is?
the conversation like I carried the weight of the world on my shoulders, and no one ever asked one question about me. So I'm done. That's all I have to say.
Come on, you look like the guy that, like, you know, females would like to talk to about them. You look like a guy that's willing to listen.
So Jimmy, why do you think it is? Sorry, guys.
I think because I listen too much.
Can you move a little bit further away from your mic?
Sorry.
That's okay.
Maybe you should interject.
I listen too much, bro. I just listen too much. You're right. Maybe I should interject more. But I tried that and I interjected, and they don't answer questions about me, or don't even ask about me, I should say. I'm sorry.
Could you pull up some dialogue between you and a gal where something like this happened? Because I'd be interested to hear how this goes.
Okay.
I love how you said I listen too well. There's just something in me that just doesn't believe this.
I had this whole conversation, okay?
Okay.
I don't know who this person. This is like from like a month ago now.
Okay.
This whole conversation.
Yeah.
How much I'm going?
It looks like it goes back and forth.
Yeah. I go for a while, but they never said in one word, ask one question about me.
But that text that you just showed looks like you guys were going back and forth. What was some of the things that she was saying?
It was all about her. I was just asking questions about her. That's all.
You were asking questions about her.
Yeah, the whole fucking time. I'm not even kidding.
So she was answering your questions.
Literally one night. Yeah, she was answering my questions, but she never had anything to ask about me. Like, she didn't want to get to know me whatsoever.
Did you try to maybe say something about you instead?
Yeah, like, let me give you an example.
Okay.
I asked, have you ever been to this certain restaurant? She says, no, I haven't. I said, it's a popular restaurant back east, because I'm from East Coast, and she was homegrown here.
Right, so you just gave her the opportunity right there for her to ask you, oh, where from the east are you from, or something like that. I see what you're saying. Okay, good.
She says, I don't really eat out much. I'm like, okay. Dude,
no.
Yeah, but and then I asked to hang out. Like, keep in mind, I asked to hang out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And she's like,
hold on, wait. How did you ask it? Read what you if you're okay with it. Read what you wrote there to hang out.
What did I say? So she lives like about an hour away from me. Okay.
Yeah.
And I told her I was planning on stopping at a ranch store, which is nearby her. And I asked her, I could come anytime on the weekend, because she literally just told me she's usually free on the weekends.
Right.
Because she works during the week. Right.
Right. So she gives you her availability. You go, okay, score. Hey, I'm going to be in your area because I'm going to a ranch store.
I said, you going to be around. She says, I have work. I work Saturday, and then I'm probably studying for my final. But then she says, and this is an hour later because I didn't answer it. She's like, but depending on how all that goes, I might be able to squeeze something in. Okay.
Okay.
So I was like, okay. I asked her. I told her, I was like, I'm ready to come. What day was it? Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
She said, no, I can't. I'm like, okay. Then I start asking her more questions about it, and then I asked her what type of work you do. She's like, I work in some type of credit union. Okay.
She said, I work at some type of credit union, or do you just not want to say it out loud?
No, that's what she said.
Okay.
So that was it. I stopped it. I stopped these conversations because I just feel like I'm like carrying the whole conversation.
Yeah.
Like, that was the one time
or something.
No, I've been catfished on Tinder. I've been catfished, and I know how it is. And these people, they'll get your number right away, and then they'll start like saying, oh, they want to meet up like super fast. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. And then they give you a fake profile to go to, and you have to pay for something. I don't know. It's just crazy. Dude, it's all fucking crazy.
Lord.
Yeah. I'm just like, if you want to connect with somebody, you want to be back and forth with somebody, not like awaiting, expecting them to ask all the questions. I don't know. That's the games I've been playing.
Is she like approximately the same age as like us?
Yeah, she's what was it, 26.
Okay.
So
Mystery, how old are you? Because I don't know how old you are.
I am definitely above 26.
Okay.
I'm just like, the online date. I'm over it.
I gotta start putting together
a
chart of like all the things we know about Real Mystery, because I need to solve this one day. We know he's from Canada.
Since you're a Real Mystery.
We got his city down. We know he's above 26. Okay, all right, check. All right, we're getting some more and more info on him. Yeah, you know, Mama Trax in the chat, she just said this, and I was about to say the same thing. She goes, "Go to church, Jimmy. You've got to meet a nice girl in person."
All right, so she's right. However,
the problem is Jimmy would burst into flames if he steps through church doors.
No, not even that. The Christian church, fun. A majority of churches here is all LDS. Okay.
Latter-day Saints.
Yeah, which is Mormon. Which I don't mind it. I don't want it. I just don't subscribe with that. It's hard to explain. Like, I feel like I need even like a Christian church with you. Like, I felt good when I went with you and your family because I felt like I was going with somebody I knew that was close to me.
It's also very like the churches that we've been to are very like
Your church is fun.
They're very well. We don't go there anymore. They're very like they're non-denominational, so they're very general, right? And so it's like not.
Yeah.
Latter-day Saints has a couple extra things in there, and then I think that church, you know, they really push heavily, like, oh, you need to donate 30% of your income, and you need to do this, and you need a missionary trip, Jimmy, and you know.
I'm just assuming, honestly, bro. I have not even tried, so I can't talk bad about it. I haven't tried it, so I have yet to go there.
Yeah.
So I don't have anybody. I mean, now my mom's moved out here. Maybe she doesn't want to go to church though. But I just would like somebody that I know to go with than just arrive by myself and be like kind of like the lone star there. You know what I mean?
I hear what you're saying. I mean, I think especially a church like that, if you show up, bro, they're gonna be all over you, like trying to make you feel welcome and trying to like encourage you to come back and trying to, you know, introduce themselves and everything like that. Yeah. So I think that you would find some friends there pretty quickly. Right. But I totally understand not wanting to walk into a place that you've never been before, where there's a bunch of people there who you don't know. I totally get that.
I am every single day. I am more considering going just by myself and just seeing what happens and talking to somebody.
I think it might be a good idea. Yeah.
I think so too. You might be right. It might be the only way to date in this state because of the culture. That's all.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I didn't know it was like this when I moved here. I moved here.
You were like, I want an open space. I want space for land. And I think that was your driving factor for why you even moved to Utah. I think it's because you found that great deal on the land that you got.
Well, no, it was originally the aviation program, but then when I got here, I saw everything.
Program. I totally forgot.
And I'm like, I came here. I'm like, there is so much free space out here. It's unreal. Like compared to like Philly, it's insane.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's just like I have to do something drastic. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm only doing it because I'm like, I need to get myself out there, but I don't really need to do it either. But you told me like, by the time I'm 35, I should start worrying, you know?
Well, look, if you want to be married and you want to have kids, it or not, people, I don't care what you say, like it or not, there is a timeline on this sort of stuff. And while there's people who are 50 years old and they get married and 40 years old and they get married and stuff like that, Jimmy, I think you would be the perfect at 35. I think you'd be perfect to find a 25-year-old gal who wants a family. You want a family, because 25-year-old guys are not where 25-year-old girls are. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
So, you know, I think that would sort of be like a perfect age spot for you right there. But like, if you want to have kids and you want to be energetic and you want to, you know, not be an old man, you know, it makes sense. But look, dude, my dad was like, I think he was like 48 when he had my little sister, right? So like, no, you don't actually, you know, you actually have a lot more time. And, you know, God knows he could probably raise a kid right now if you really needed to.
He's a beast.
He's a beast, bro. And you're a beast. So, like, look, it's not like...
I'm not worried.
Yeah.
At least until I'm 35, maybe I'll start with it.
This isn't like 1750, where you're only going to live another 2 years. You know what I mean, dude? Like, you got some time here.
1750.
You got some time here. I think you're going to be... You know, you're going to die of staph infection next year. You know, you got some time here, and you know...
Your wife said I should move back. I'm never moving back there. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, if you move back to Pennsylvania, certainly don't move back to Philadelphia.
Nah.
But look, Jimmy, I you know,
I want to raise my family on a 20-acre ranch away from the city. That's all.
While I'm saying you still have time, I don't think that you should put it off. I don't think anybody should ever put off anything that they want to do.
Always keep it open. You know what I mean?
Always be working at it, in my opinion. Honestly.
Yeah. Actually,
ABC.
Real quick, because she just mentioned about the Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
The Oregon Trail, I think, unless it's a Spanish trail, there's a trail, either Oregon Trail or Spanish Trail, that's literally like 45 minutes away from me. That's a fun fact. So.
What does this mean? What are we in the Oregon Trail? What are you talking about?
I don't know. She just mentioned the Oregon Trail, so I.
Oh, my wife did. Oh, I see it here. What are we in the Oregon Trail? I don't know what that is. Isn't that like a game?
Yeah, it used to be a computer game,
where like coyotes eat your kids and stuff like that as you're trying to move out to.
Wait,
Oregon.
that was a game. Like,
yeah, I think it was.
I remember playing that in Catholic school.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, you remember the school, but it was Oregon Trail. It was a game. That was definitely a game.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought about that. Anyway.
No, you're fine. You said he was going to die by staph infection. Oh yeah, I did say he was going to die by staph infection.
All right, but anyway, sorry for that rant. But
No,
that's the games I've been playing.
Yeah.
Real mystery. What have you been playing?
Oh, look at that, Jimmy. I swear.
Nice. Well done. Definitely not what you've been playing.
Definitely not the Oregon Trail.
Definitely not the Oregon Trail. Definitely not the dating game, or I don't know what you want to call it. I have been playing Master Chief Collection. I've been playing. I actually played some Plunder the other day.
Ooh.
I played.
What is Plunder?
Warzone Plunder.
Oh, Call of Duty. Okay.
Call of Duty Plunder. I played yesterday. I tried Red Dead Online for a bit.
Ooh.
With the Goof Troop.
Goof Troop. Shout out to the Goof Troop.
Yeah.
Jimmy, join me.
Also...
Goof Troop. Jimmy, join me. Goof Troop. Goof Troop.
Oh, what is he saying?
Goof Troop.
Goof Troop.
Goof Troop.
Goof.
Goof Troop. Goof Troop.
We also played Titanfall 2 and Crash Bandicoot 2.
Goof Troop.
Jimmy's dying.
So stupid.
Wait,
Titanfall?
They did want a shout out, so this is their shout out,
Hey,
right?
Jimmy,
I thought they canceled that game.
On the back of your Blue Yeti, there's a little knob that says gain. Can you twist it counterclockwise just ever so slightly?
Counterclockwise. Yeah. Why, am I too much? I thought I talked too less.
Oh, this is perfect. Dude, you just you're perfect, Jimmy. You're perfect. Thank you.
No.
You're good. Talk how you were. You're fine.
Well, I was letting Real Mystery talk.
Yeah.
He said that they canceled Titanfall or something like that.
They canceled Titanfall?
Don't put words in my mouth. You said that you.
I literally, physically cannot put words in your mouth, sir.
No, you said that they canceled Titanfall. No, I did not.
No, I said that they canceled Titanfall.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can we get like a playback for the past like 30 seconds just to make sure we're on
No, we don't get any playback. We're good.
No.
Yeah, me and you are good, bro. We're good.
Jimmy's in rare form tonight.
But yeah, no, we
you got me lit. You got me started with that dating shit, bro. I'm like all amped up right now. Jesus Christ. You don't understand the amount of BS I have been through. But anyway, I'm sorry. I keep intruding on Real Mystery.
You're okay.
And that is my fault, and I'm sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
No, it's Jimmy. It's fine. It's completely fine.
Right.
How was your day today?
If I hear it
Jimmy?
out of your mouth, then it's fine.
How was your day today, Jimmy?
My day's great. I told you I took my chickens for a ride.
Yeah, okay, but you didn't mention it on the podcast, right? So you took your chickens for a ride. What did you do with the chickens today?
You might have mentioned it on one of the
It's
other
been so hot
15
outside.
takes.
What I do is I only took a couple of them, and I put their head out the window like a dog and let them like fly around town.
What,
Wait,
what
so
do you
did they
mean
like
by
cluck
that?
the entire time? Like,
Hey, we got some questions about this, Jimmy. Are you holding them out of your window so they can pretend to fly?
No, they don't pretend. They're just poultry. I mean,
You're
listen,
not answering the question, bro. You said they don't pretend, and you said they're just poultry.
well, they are poultry. That's a fact.
What do you mean they were flying around the town?
All right. So you know how your dog sits the head out of the car, and
Yes.
then like it waddles his tongue around.
Waddles
and
his
everything?
tongue, yes.
Yeah. So I stuck my chicken outside of the car
How?
and- with my hands.
Okay, so you're holding your chicken out of the car.
Yeah, and I drive with my steering wheel. I mean, I drive with my knee on the steering wheel.
Don't
so
say that! No, you're a safe driver. You use both of your hands on the steering wheel. You do not drive with your leg.
But you put the chicken out the window. That way they get the feel for flying. Like they're actually flying and they're feeling good because it's hot out. They're very lethargic and dehydrated.
Bro, the chicken's scared to death. Like, what the hell is happening?
Well, I let my turkeys out at night now, bro. It's awesome. They like
Bro,
they take dust baths.
You are traumatizing your chickens.
No, I'm trying to get them ready.
For what?
ready for what?
The ride to my other property.
Bro,
It's a long
I
ride.
only want to buy chicken from now on that has had flying experience. I want that to be a little stamp that goes on the bottom left side. It says, these chickens had flying experience. And I want that to be a new thing. You know how they have fair trade coffee? I want flying experienced chickens who, before they die and they're slaughtered and cut up and chopped up, they have the experience of flying.
what my chickens are gonna be like. I'm pretty confident I'm starting a chicken farm. Okay.
Okay.
And they're gonna be called Tough Chickens because I'm gonna put them through rigorous activities.
Bro, your logo should just be a chicken with like just muscles.
It's like a beefed up chicken. We can make this happen. We can make this happen.
People are gonna be like, what kind of steroids are in those chickens?
No, I'm serious
It's
though.
gonna be a rigorous training process for these chickens.
Bro, those would be great marketable commercials of you just walking around and somebody just makes like CGI chickens just like benching weight and stuff.
Well, I might have the animal authority police or whatever come after me. So.
Oh yeah, PETA will love you.
Yeah. I would might get shut down for that. But...
Nah, dude, you won't get shut down. You're in Utah.
But they train horses and stuff like that. I mean, they put other animals through some harsh scenarios. I think we should be able to put chickens.
Yeah, how they treat horses is kind of a...
Real quick, bro. Real quick. Hold on, you're right. Hold that thought.
Bro, just run the podcast, honestly. Dude. I'm not even joking right now. This is great. Just go for it.
Turkeys are like T-Rexes.
Yes.
Because my turkeys got big. And the chickens are like raptors, bro. They're so freaking interesting to watch. They're like little freaking dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Dude, it's wild. They have like dinosaur feet and everything. They like, and their eyes like turn and all everything. Like they look at you in all these sorts of different ways. It's crazy.
I mean, birds are descendants of dinosaurs. We do know.
Yeah, the chicken's the closest relative to the T-Rex, which is freaking crazy.
Wow.
So
all right. So I see what's going on here, Jimmy. What you're doing is you're trying to reenact that final scene in Jurassic Park with your chickens and turkey.
Yes, that'd be great.
With the whole banner coming down when dinosaurs ruled the earth or whatever.
I should put little arms on them. But anyway.
Dr. Grant says that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
What?
What's a bad idea?
It's so stupid. Anyway, yeah. I'm pretty sure my turkeys get abducted and then they come back at night. We had a flying bat in my window the other night too.
A flying bat as opposed to what?
Dear Lord, do you have a zoo?
No, I'm serious. There was a bat. My mom has a picture of it on my window.
Said a flying bat. What other kind of bats are there, mug guy?
There's a bat. There's a hanging bat. There's a gliding bat, and there's a flying bat.
Okay.
Okay.
So this one's flying.
And then there's Batman.
Then there's Batman.
Yeah. But anyway,
so
I just
Mystery,
I've seen a lot of animals.
Mystery, what video games have you been playing the last week? Oh wait, you already went through that.
Yes, I have.
Right. Okay.
I interrupted him. He's gonna hate me.
Actually, the Goof Troop is
Goof Troop.
Somebody posted
Jimmy, join me. Goof Troop.
Goof Troop. Goof Troop. Is that what you said?
Go ahead, Mystery.
Somebody in one of our chats posted up an article towards how people customize their Red Dead like online characters to look like certain fictional characters.
Oh.
So people have done like like Super Mario Brothers. We got Mario, Luigi, Wario, and like
that's cool.
Waluigi. And you got like the Scooby Gang. And then you got like the Scooby Gang and stuff. So like we're kind of discussing right now like should we do something similar to that? So we thought of like the Musketeers. We thought of like the A-Team.
That's cool.
So I mean, if you guys have any like maybe like four-man teams that you can kind of think of character-wise that we can maybe try to possibly bring
Jimmy,
to
what you got? What four-man team should we go with?
One of them was a reptilian creature. Okay.
Oh, you're
Wait,
just
what are we talking about?
He's saying like a four-man team, like a group that's already established. We're not doing what we did like weeks ago where we're like, what makes the perfect team from video game characters? This is like what four-man team that's already established would be good for them to kind of recreate.
An already established video game group?
No, they don't have to be video game.
It just has to be like, just as long as it's like a.
He was like the Musketeers.
Oh, so what'd you pick? I'm just curious.
I want to go with the A-Team. That's what I want to go with.
Wait, so or it has to be? I thought you said. Wait, I'm confused.
What's just a four-man group?
How about the Blue Man group? All right, I'll just go with that.
Yeah, dude,
there
you could have all
you
guys as blue men.
It's the only group I can think of that's already together.
I was thinking of maybe the Incredibles or something.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic Four came up, and I was like, I'm not sure we can do the Thing in Fantastic Four because I can't make a Rock Man in Red Dead.
Mama Tracks in the chat says Goofy, Mickey, Donald, and Pluto. If you can make your characters look like those, dude.
Mm.
Oh boy, we're gonna have a grand time.
We're running around with shotguns and
Come on, Goof
the
Troop.
Midwest.
Come here, buddy. Go ahead, keep running. Jesus, Mickey.
Oh, Mama Track says Alvin and the Chipmunks.
There we go.
I'm trying to think. I can't.
You guys can make all those voices too. My 4-man group that you should do your favorite band members from Slipknot with their masks and everything. So.
Oh, I love Slipknot.
Yeah. There you go.
There we go.
You should. One of you should be the drummer, the guy who has the helmet that has all the points coming out.
They have like 3 drummers.
Drummer number 1, the main drummer.
Drummer 1A.
Drummer 1A. Now, or the guy who smashes the trash cans. I like that guy. He's my favorite band member of the Slipknot.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. I have been playing State of Decay 2, and I've been playing Pokemon Go. Last week I was complaining because I had no quests. Well, now I am inundated with like 3 or 4 quests, and right now I'm in the middle trying to catch. They had this like they have these little collection things every once in a while where they're like, hey, collect these 15 Pokemon and you get like a special medal. And right now they have like all the starter Pokemon, which is kind of fun. And next Tuesday is Charmander night, which means for an entire hour, it's basically going to be all Charmanders everywhere. And what I'm really hoping is that I can find a shiny Charmander is my favorite Pokemon. I'm hoping I can get a shiny Charmander. I really want a shiny Charmander, so I'm hoping I might be able to find one next Tuesday. The problem is, if I'm working, I'm not really going to be able to find a shiny Charmander because I'm not going to really be playing Pokemon Go. So, yeah. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get one.
Did you end up looking into the Bidoof thing?
The Bidoof thing? No, I didn't look into it. I just accept what you said is.
So I looked further into it, and apparently. It's the whole god tier of Bidoof has something to do with one of his abilities as a Pokemon.
What's one of his abilities?
I forgot. I think it's contrary or something. I don't remember what it's called exactly, but it hires stats in every turn and lowers 1 stat every turn. So like yeah. So he can have like higher like attack and speed or something, but lower his special defense. And then if you add like an item on it or something, like an Eviolite, which is like it increases the defense of an unevolved Pokemon, you can basically make him god tier.
Oh, I see. So you can make his defense like just outrageously high.
Right, and his stats can just keep boosting, and it'd be almost impossible to take him down at some point.
Now I understand the god tier thing. That makes sense. But no, I did not look into it more. Oh, you know what? I have a problem actually.
Go on.
With State of Decay 2. So I finally got to the point where I eliminated all the plague hearts. My base is replenishing itself with resources at a rate where it's just going up and up and up and up. So I don't even need to go and like scavenge for resources anymore. My main characters all have M16s with silencers on them. So it's like, it's really fun to go through and wipe out zombies. And now I'm bored. Like, I did it. And now I'm bored. And it makes me really sad because I didn't think I was going to get so bored of the game like as soon as I basically completed it. I'm realizing that like the journey and the difficulty of video games is what really makes them fun. And now that I've gotten to the point where like I don't have to do the work and like I could just be going around killing zombies, like the game has just completely lost its charm.
Oh, and no.
That makes me really sad.
That's unfortunate.
Really I got bored of that game very fast, so that's why I didn't play with it.
Whatever, dude. No, you didn't play with me because you're a coward and you're scared of zombies.
Are you actually?
Yeah. What? Every time Jimmy sees a zombie, he goes, "It's like
Jimmy,
dead. Did
you bring this up in your last date?
It's like dead, but it's like alive."
No, it's funny you say that. One of my questions on the dating website was, "What would you do with me in a zombie apocalypse?"
Yeah.
No one ever freaking answered it.
That's good, dude. You know
they're
what,
not
dude?
Fun.
Yeah, they're not fun, bro.
Like I'm
if you can't answer that, you're no fun.
Right.
Right.
Like, come on now.
Like, Jimmy, go ahead, ask me.
What would you do with me in a zombie apocalypse?
One thing I would definitely do is I would go on like during like the winter. I would definitely do like you would pull me in a truck and I would be like kind of like surfing on like a trash can, and I have a katana in my hand, and we would go around. I would just slice zombies' heads off as we were driving around.
That would be awesome. That sounds so fun.
Yeah.
Wish we could do that now, but we can't because no zombies.
Yeah, and the law.
Yeah.
And the law.
Yeah. A couple things in the way there. But yeah, so that's what I've been playing. That's what I've been doing. I'm also getting ready to play through The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And one of the things that's holding me back is like I want to play through this game, but at the same time, it's something I really wanted to do on my YouTube channel, and I'm just not recording on my YouTube channel right now. So it's like holding me back from playing this. So I have to figure out something and get over it. You know what I was thinking, bro? I was watching a lot more YouTube channels where they just kind of like watch videos and you're basically just watching a reaction. I think I might actually just do that. Like I've been watching PewDiePie watch.
That's really popular.
Yeah, I've been watching PewDiePie basically watch these videos where it's like
weird.
I've just been watching a lot of PewDiePie lately, and I've been thinking to myself like it might be kind of fun to just watch things and then just like react to them and then edit it in a way that's fun for anybody who's watching. So I'm considering that. Because clearly I am just like not doing anything else right now. So okay, so that's what we've all been doing. Now I wanted to get to our main topic tonight about Halo. This is a Halo podcast after all. Okay, so I'm gonna go on a little 2-minute rant here, and then I want to hear what you guys think. Okay. There's a video that actually let me look up who it was that put this video out because I want to make sure that they get credit. Actually, I'll start with the other video. So Shyway over on YouTube put out a video talking about the player movement in Halo Infinite, and
movement.
Yeah, he talked about. Remember how we talked about how the base speed has been increased?
Oh, that type of movement. I thought you were talking about like a new type of like movement. I don't know. Never mind. like a social movement, social justice movement or something. My bad.
No. Player movement. Okay. Player movement, okay. Like you know, left, right, back and forth.
My bad. I mean, you can cut that out.
We can.
No.
Last time I asked to cut something out, that wasn't cut out.
We're not cutting anything out. There's nothing that will get cut out.
I just threw you off, and I apologize.
It's totally egregious, dude. Don't apologize. You're not sorry, bro. You're not sorry for a second. Anyway, Shyway was talking about player movement and how the base speed is increased. And if you look at the videos, you can actually see that momentum has been decreased. Now you might say, hey, what the heck is momentum? Okay, let's say you're holding left on your joystick and then all of a sudden you switch it to right. There's a certain delay that your player experiences where he doesn't just shift to the right automatically. There's a little bit of okay, we need to kind of stop and then we need to go in the other direction. And it might take a split second, but there's still an amount of time that it takes for a Spartan in Halo to go from the left to then immediately go to the right.
Yeah, I guess one way you can say it is like an ease in and an ease out.
Exactly.
That's one of the biggest things. I mean, if you're into After Effects or something, that's something that they use.
Okay.
It's like an ease in, ease out. So slows down and then speeds back up.
Exactly right. In Halo 2, you will notice that the ease in and ease out, the ability to go left to right, is pretty quick. There's not a lot of momentum kind of stopping the player from switching in the other direction real quick, which is why strafing was such a big deal in Halo 2. If you weren't strafing, obviously you were going to get crushed. And if you were playing against somebody who is strafing, you're going to have a harder time being able to kill them. When you look at a game like Halo 5, there's not as much... You don't move as fluidly. You don't move as quick. There's like more momentum kind of stopping you from really quickly switching in the other direction. Part of that is because the player base speed is slower. But also part of that is because like the response just isn't immediate. So Shyway was looking at that, and you can look at the video and you can see that players are able to shift in the other direction quicker. In Halo Infinite, you can see the player move in one direction and then immediately go in the other, and that just demonstrates how it's going to be harder to shoot people because they're going to be able to strafe easier. Okay, so in a game where Jimmy's holding down left and right and left and right, it's going to be easier for me to shoot him in Halo 5 than it would be in Halo Infinite, because Halo Infinite seems to have a quicker response. And then there's a video put out by somebody named Aozolai, where he talks about bullet magnetism being decreased. And he showed in Halo 3 and Halo 2 and Halo 4 and Halo 5 how in those games you don't even have to be aiming at a player for the bullets to hit them. This is put into the game so that way, the guns feel good while you're playing, because you're not using a mouse and you are using a controller. It's already harder to pinpoint your accuracy. So by having some bullet magnetism, it makes the gun feel right for somebody who's using a controller. So in looking at the trailer, or not, in looking at the multiplayer trailer for Halo Infinite, it's clear that there's less bullet magnetism. There's some shots that the Spartans are making that in other Halo games would have caused damage that are not causing damage in Halo Infinite. This leads me to believe that 343 is intentionally going in a direction where it's going to be harder to kill people because they're going to be able to strafe quicker, and your bullet magnetism is decreased, which means the skill gap is being changed. Okay, it used to be in Halo 5, the skill gap had to do with your player movement. Okay, so if you're just starting Halo 5, right, sometimes it feels like, wow, how are all these other players flying around the map? Because these players have mastered the sprint, slide, boost, going up ramps, down ramps. They know how to manipulate the player mechanics and the player movement to fly around the map. And that's where your skill gap comes in. If you just start the game, you don't know how to move that way. So that's where, players who are better, like, that's how it's shown. That's how you can tell a better player from a worse player is, even if their aim is identical, the player who's able to fly around the map quicker is going to be the one who's at a huge advantage. And it looks like in Halo Infinite, again, we've looked at it. We don't see thrust right now. Sprint is significantly decreased. There is still a slide, but it seems like the player movement has been not handicapped, but it's been changed in a way where it doesn't look like players are going to be able to fly around the map anymore. It's going to be more intuitive for newer players, which means Halo is going to be moving in a direction where it's harder to kill people based on how good is your aim versus how good are you able at moving around the map. This is a significant difference in the way that Halo 4 and Halo 5 played out. When you look at bullet magnetism and when you look at player movement, we're moving back sort of in the other direction of where your individual skill is going to be more important. It's actually going to be difficult to be a better shot. The easiest, I'm going to just mention one more thing here before I ask you guys to comment and tell me what you think about this whole thing. The easiest thing to kind of look at in Halo across the franchise to really get an idea of bullet magnetism being different is if you look at the Halo 5 sniper rifle and the Halo 3 sniper rifle. There is such a difference in skill that it takes between Halo 5 and Halo 3 when it comes to hitting a headshot with the sniper rifle. It's way more difficult in Halo 3. That projectile needs to hit that body. Halo 5, I mean, it's like first off, it's like a hit scan sniper rifle, so you don't even have to really worry about, like, where is the bullet going and traveling. It's like, okay, is my aimer on the Spartan on the screen? Yes. Okay. And even if it's just generally around where the head is, it's going to count as a headshot just instantly. It's way easier in Halo 5. So kind of looking at that, you can kind of see how Halo Infinite's going to be more difficult, and how you're going to have to really master your aiming and master being able to kind of move back and forth and strafe and be able to track other players who are strafing in order to win in 1v1. So I think that Halo Infinite is sort of changing multiplayer in that aspect. I'm not sure if it's a good thing or not. If you guys want to jump in now and tell me what you think about that. Is this a good thing? Is making it more difficult going to be better or worse for Halo Infinite's multiplayer health in terms of player population? What do you think? How do you think it's going to affect the game?
Real mystery, you can go first.
I knew.
Let's keep it at that, bro, because that way we know who goes first after he talks.
It's a good idea.
Jimmy stalling.
Nah, I'm just being open with you. So.
Okay. So having
you can laugh all you want. It's not gonna. God.
He's going.
I know. I'm messing with him.
Having the I guess bullet magnetism decreased, I guess, let's say significant. Is it significantly? It looks pretty significant.
It looks pretty significant. So yeah, I think that's a fine word to use.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it'll bring back. I mean, one of the pros is it'll bring back more skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based battles, right, amongst Spartans.
Yeah, it's gonna be like there's gonna be this. I don't know. Like you're really gonna have to train your aim,
right,
to like do well in this game, more so than you had to in Halo 5.
Right, which is I guess is a good thing that they have tools such as the Spartan Academy and Halo Infinite.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll definitely bring that. Not just that, you also have. I think they also announced bots in custom games as well.
Yeah, so you'll have bots that you can train against. You'll have, and they even showed something too where they had this guy who was just kind of like running in a straight direction, and so like it kind of looked like target practice almost, but it was like a moving target. So there's definitely going to be ways to practice your aim. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure if it's. It doesn't seem like to me. I'm sorry, I'm kind of like hijacking what you're talking about here, but like Mr. I'm not sure if it makes it, if it's a better or worse decision over the heavy bullet magnetism like we had before.
Right. The I guess like for me, I'm sitting there wondering like, okay, so how are the newer players going to adapt to this? Right, because it is skill based, and it's such a fickle line to run. You know, bullet magnetism, having it so high in Halo 5 and then bringing it significantly down in Halo Infinite. I was just about to
say the same thing, because if they're keeping multiplayer open free for everybody, it's going to bring in unskilled players.
Right.
What's going to keep them from not leaving because they feel outmatched?
Yeah, exactly.
The other thing that I was thinking is that if the skill gap has more to do with aim than it has to do with like player movement, there's a part of me that wonders if it's actually going to do a better job at like if ranking is going to be better determined. So like you could go into a game in Halo 5, right, and because like let's say you don't have your movement down like crazy, but let's say like you're an okay or a decent shot, you know, you might accidentally rank higher than you really should, because like there's so much work that's being done by the game to help you with all the assistance that you're getting. The bullet magnetism, you know what else we haven't seen either? We haven't seen aim assist. We haven't seen how much aim assist plays into it. So aim assist, you know, is like it's basically where when you're moving your reticle over a player, it slows down how fast the cursor moves when you get over their body. It's like a box around the player.
Yeah, there's like a region around the player, like the opponent player.
Yeah.
Where when your reticle starts going closer and closer to that region, it'll start slowly snapping onto it.
Yeah, it seems like that isn't as significant either when you look at the gameplay, and you can kind of see like the players moving their aimer back and forth, and maybe they just had really bad aim, or maybe there's just less assistance for it. So it makes me think that like, okay, if people are just bad shots, that might be a good thing, because like it'll help kind of rank them all together, because like they won't accidentally overperform above their skill because everybody's moving around the same. I don't know. It's just, and I don't even know if that's right. I'm kind of like working this out in my mind, like as I'm talking out loud. But there's a part of me that wonders if like it might be easier to rank people, and it might be easier to rank. Okay, here's what I'm trying to say. It might be easier to figure out what their skill is than in Halo 5, where there was so much extra assistance. So your ranks might actually put you in with other people who are actually closer to your skill, rather than in Halo 5 where there's so much extra assist. It's like, well, you know,
you can in theory be quite lazy and still get really far
and still rank higher. Exactly.
Right,
because there's so much assist coming from the game. So your skill is going to be more important in this game, I think, than in Halo 5.
So it's like, if you want to prepare for Halo Infinite, you want to get used to movement in like Halo 5, and also the skill in, I guess, aiming and so on and so forth in Halo 3, because I guess there was a little bit less bullet magnetism than there is in Halo 3. In
Yeah,
Halo
it seems
5.
like 5 is the most egregious. It's just like
It was, yeah, no, they really held your hand in Halo 5.
Yeah, they really hold your hand, especially in sniping. It's just ridiculous. They really hold your hand in Halo 5. I mean, honestly, I think the best bet might actually be Halo 2, because I think in Halo 2 you had a quicker base speed than you do in Halo 3. So in Halo 2 it actually might be more helpful for aim, because like all the battles, Jimmy, like it's all strafing, right? I'm going left and right and left and right and left and right, and the other dude's going left and right and left and right and left and right, and like that's the primary like gun battle.
Right, but how does this now? How does it change for something like crouch strafing?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Right, because like in Halo 3, your crouching is a little bit slower than that of Halo 5, where it's definitely far more snappy.
Right.
So like you have now this base movement speed. How does it change for now crouching during your strafe?
If this is kind of like consistent across the board, like more fluid mechanics, more fluid movement, quicker responses and stuff, I imagine that you're going to see people kind of crouching, strafing, jumping and head bobbing and everything like that. I think it's going to be kind of like a return to more like classic Halo style of like how people tried to avoid being shot. And like Halo 5, it really did. It was, I felt like it was easier to kind of track people as they're moving left and right and left and right. And of course, like in any game, it's not like 100%. You definitely have to train yourself to be able to track people better. But I'm interested at the prospect of having a harder game to try and get adjusted to. Like there's a part of me that's excited for that, because I feel like, okay, like here's what you have to work on. Here's what you have to focus. It's on your aiming. Can you get your aiming down well? Okay, if you get your aiming down well, then you should be a pretty decent player. And I think that's, it reminds me of more of a classic Halo style, but it does definitely put the onus on you to get good rather than being able to kind of jump into the game and already be semi-decent.
Yeah, I suppose like one of the ways they could try to like, I guess, make it so new players can get, newly equipped better, I guess their skills better, so to speak, for this new movement mechanic, and also like, well, not new movement mechanic, but the way it's working now,
right,
is try to find a way to make the training fun, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just to keep their attention a little longer to try to get that practice in, and also in turn also try to get them to keep playing more.
Yeah, they should definitely attach maybe some achievements or maybe some like in-game rewards to the training program. Like, hey, if you go through the training and you do this, like, hey, here's a helmet for you, here's a this for you, complete this module. That might entice people to kind of stay and do the training.
Right, but what I mean is like also, make it fun in a way where it's like it's not as simple as just a Spartan just running across the screen and you have to shoot him. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's better than like what Call of Duty does. Call of Duty literally just has like targets pop up, don't they?
They have a shooting range, if I'm correct. But I think more recently they've gotten rid of that, haven't they?
Actually, I don't know. Call of Duty is definitely not my area of expertise. Jimmy, do you remember? Did Call of Duty have anything in Warzone like training wise?
I think it's just the targets.
I think it is just the targets.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember, honestly. I never really played. I know you had to. Didn't you have to play through that?
You're just such a beast that you didn't even bother with the tutorial, bro.
I don't remember even doing the tutorial.
I think there was the tutorial, but also, if I'm correct, World War II, Call of Duty World War II had the training.
Okay.
The training room or whatever. And then after that, I don't think I've actually seen it in any of the other titles.
Yeah, I'm almost positive Modern Warfare has just the shooting range with targets, and I think that's it. So I think having live targets, right? I think having players and seeing Spartans move left and right on the screen running around. Right. I think that's better than just having targets, because honestly, like, I don't even think targets are any good. I mean, I really don't. I think it's kind of like you're never shooting at targets when you're playing the game, but you are shooting at Spartans who are running in a straight line sometimes.
And yeah, I think that's the huge thing, right? Shooting a sign versus shooting a Spartan.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what ways they're going to try and make it fun.
Well, the only thing I could think of is if they just group people together when they played a game that are new.
And look, and with a higher population player count, being on PC and being on Xbox and combining the two, theoretically, you should be able to get people who have people who have similar skills. People who have a similar skill set should be ranked similarly, and they should be able to play against each other more, rather than this crazy thing in like Master Chief Collection where, you know, there's only 8 people who are playing Team Slayer, and like you're going up against the same team every single time, and they're all like 20 ranks higher than you, but they're the only other people who are playing, so you have to keep playing against them anyway.
So that all too familiar feeling.
So hopefully with Halo Infinite, you know, you have such a higher skill, or you have such a higher player base that, you know, you are able to play against people who are similar in skill. That honestly, making it free to play and then bringing together console players and PC players has me most excited because of that. Like, I think
I might switch to PC, honestly.
All right, now when you say that, are you talking about playing with a mouse and keyboard?
Yes.
Whoa.
It just seems like I was trying it out, I think a couple weeks before my internet problems with the hell game was I playing? I forget what game it was. Was it Ark? I forget. It was a first-person shooter game, and I felt like my aim was like 10 times better on the PC, like because I could move my mouse a lot better and faster than I could move my controller joysticks.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think I might be switching that. Is it like where you could be in the same party and everything, even if you're on PC?
Yeah.
Versus really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, you could do that now.
Use the party chat on Xbox, like the Xbox app.
Right. I mean, and you can do that right now with Master Chief Collection, I think.
Yeah, I played with people that are playing on PC while I'm playing on console.
Yeah. Now, when you're playing on PC and you're using mouse and keyboard, you do lose your aim assist, and you lose all those extra things. I don't know.
It's so
if you
easy though to like get on target though,
and that's exactly why that's exactly why they kick off aim assist, is because like when you have a mouse, it's like, okay, you actually have better control with a mouse than you do with a thumbstick. 100%.
Gotcha. Okay.
I am so used to the thumbstick that I don't think I would ever want to play like not on controller. Like, I wouldn't mind having a beefed up PC where I'm playing Halo Infinite on it, but I would probably plug a controller into my computer and use that.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
But that's just me. I mean, that's the only PC games I ever played that were shooters where I was using my mouse was like Counter-Strike back in the day. And look, I got good at it, but
I just feel like I would be more competitive with something like that. I don't know. That's just how I felt with it. That's all. We'll see though.
Yeah, we'll certainly see. We will certainly see. I don't know the effect that it's going to have. There's a part of me that's excited about it because like I want Halo to be a little bit harder again. I feel like, you know, there's something about Halo 2 and Halo 3 where it was just so simple, but it was like you have to get good at aiming and then, you know, positioning on the map. And so I like the idea of a game that gets back to how good is your aim versus how good are you able to sort of fly around the map. And I like, you know, it's just a different concept. It's a simpler concept, I believe. And I think that there's not really anything going on. There's no other game that's doing it. And it's clear that Halo, you know, and you could tell from the multiplayer trailer and everything, Halo clearly has looked at their multiplayer and gone, you know what? We don't need to do everything that everybody else is doing. We need to do what we do. We need to do Halo, and we need to do Halo the best that Halo can be. And so, you know, with that in mind, it does make sense to me that they are moving away from the things that Halo has sort of done to get closer to Call of Duty, right? Like you see, I mean, remember Halo 4, Jimmy? And maybe you don't, because I don't even know if you played a second of Halo 4, but Halo 4 had like loadouts. And
Halo 4 was a snooze fest.
Halo 4 had loadouts, and the game seemed like it was trying to get you back into the action really fast. And the game seemed like, okay, we got sprint, we got these mechanics. You're gonna be able to fly over all over the map, and you're gonna be able to get back into battles faster. It seemed more like Call of Duty, where Call of Duty, you die, no problem, you respawn right away, and you get right back into the action. It seemed like they were like, okay, what's Call of Duty doing really well, and how do we take some elements of that and put it into Halo? And this seems like the first time, in my opinion, that Halo is actually actively moving away from that. They're actively moving away from what other shooters are doing, and they're doubling down on quote-unquote Halo. Maybe that's the right move. Maybe that's what they're supposed to do. I don't know. We honestly can't. All we can do right now is speculate on whether or not that's the right move. I like the idea of Halo being more like Halo and being distinct from Call of Duty. You don't want Halo to just be the same thing as Call of Duty, except, you know, it's in the science fiction universe and maybe the time to kill is slightly longer. You know, they seemed really adamant about, you know, all players are going to start with the same weapons, and weapons on map is going to be a thing, and fighting for control of the map is going to be there, and equipment is going to be there. And it's like, okay, this is the first Halo that actually seems like it's going back in the other direction, you know, coming after Halo 5. And I don't think it's a bad thing. But I also don't think it's a bad thing because I'm nostalgic for Halo 2.
I'll tell you what, all these breakdown videos are making me feel a lot better about it.
Yeah?
100%. Yeah. It's just like that trailer, them breaking down that trailer just cleared things up a lot in terms of what we're talking about now and other stuff too.
Yeah. Dab Bylon brings up something in the chat that I was actually just about to get to. He says Splitgate feels that way already, LOL. Talking to Fuzzy about when Fuzzy said, I feel like a standard Halo feel would be refreshing. It's interesting because if you look at other games that have tried to do arena warfare, right? Like arena basically being like, okay, 4v4 or 5-on-5, and like an arena, I'm trying to think of how to describe this, but if you look at Halo and you look at its typical Slayer, right? It's like 4v4, okay, here's the map and here's where you can go, and it's usually on a smaller scale. Warzone obviously is not arena. Battlefield is not arena. These are really large maps. These are different kind of game styles. Arena, it's like smaller. Think of like speed paintball. I don't even know if this is actually
Speedball?
Yeah, I don't know if this is actually going to help more people understand, but it's basically like paintball, speedball versus woodsball. Is really
how you said that is exactly how I think of it in my mind. It's so funny you said that.
Okay, so if you have, you know, if that helps, but basically it's like other shooters have come out as arena shooters and they have done so poorly. Splitgate is it was obviously a Halo, heavily inspired Halo multiplayer game that borrowed from the game Portal. So the game was actually kind of fun, and I think the concept was really cool. It's like you could shoot portals and then kind of fly around the map because of the portals, but like the combat was exactly like Halo, and it was an arena shooter, and the game had to shut down its servers because like it didn't do well enough. There weren't enough people playing, and a lot of people were looking at that and just going, and this, like me at the time, I thought to myself, I guess players are just done with arena shooters. I guess people are just done with arena shooters, and battle royale is the way to go. And you've had battle royale after battle royale. I mean, you look at Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Sorry, I was gonna say Team Fortress too.
Yeah, I mean that game is ancient though. But
I know, but that had a lot of it was very popular too as well. It was another one too. Sorry to interrupt you, but I was just like, I was thinking of thoughts like that. My bad.
You're okay, dude.
I feel like there was some kind of train of thought there. And
Yeah, I feel like I got shut down because I feel like I shut him down.
Just
so
like fizzled out. Yeah, like I just stopped to let him talk, and then he was like, "Oh, should I be talking right now?
Yeah.
Okay, let me stop."
But I want to acknowledge where you're going with that, because I see Halo, especially the arena style, as like you said, speedball when it comes to like paintball, and then woods ball, like the bigger battles like in Call of Duty and Battlefield.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm just worried about Halo because you might be right. People might be moving away from the arena games.
yeah, and like if you look, and where I was going was like if you looked at Call of Duty Modern Warfare, when the game first came out, there was no Warzone. It was all arena, smaller maps. I mean, they had like a big team battle mode basically, but generally Call of Duty classically has been smaller maps, 4-on-4 or 5-on-5, and it's, you know, shoot 'em up. And it did good at first because it was like the first Call of Duty game to get back to the Modern Warfare style, but it fizzled out. It fizzled out fairly quickly. And it wasn't until Warzone came along and the Battle Royale mode came along that all of a sudden the game exploded in popularity and sort of brought it back. And I don't know if doing an arena game in 2021 is a good idea or a bad idea, because there's also people who are tired of Battle Royales and they're looking for something new. And a very well done Halo Arena game might be the perfect antidote for people who are tired of Battle Royales, who are looking for a shooter that they want to play that's new and feels good and feels slick. And you know what? Maybe Halo coming out with an arena multiplayer, maybe they actually are able to capitalize on something that we're just not aware of. Maybe Halo Infinite coming out in 2021 is actually way better than Halo Infinite coming out in 2018. The reason why I say 2018 is because Halo was on a typical 3-year cycle. So every 3 years you had a new Halo game. 3 years after 2015 would have been 2018. So like maybe a 2018 Halo Arena game would not have done as well as a 2021 Halo Arena game. It's just an interesting thought, and we'll find out when it comes out.
But going back to an arena game, that's not. I want to say it's perfect if we're going back to the arena.
What do you mean?
Like you said, it might be a perfect fit, like aside from Battle Royale. But if everybody moved away from arena, it wouldn't be perfect if we were going back to it.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are definitely people out there. You and I are not among them, but there are definitely people out there who are so sick of seeing games with Battle Royale modes. Okay. That if they look at Halo and they go, hey, look, Halo's staying away from Battle Royale, let's give Halo a shot. You get what I'm saying? Like, Halo might be able to capitalize on the group of people who are so sick of Battle Royales.
That's fair.
And look, you and I are definitely not in that group. But also, there are some people who have been playing nothing but Battle Royales, and you could look at a lot of streamers, and maybe a new arena game that's attached to a large name like Halo might be able to do better than an unknown game like Splitgate.
Right. I agree with you there. 100%.
Maybe.
It might only do well because it's Halo.
And that's the gamble that they're running with, right? That's the gamble that they're taking. They're going, let's double
the name Halo.
This is a Halo-esque Halo game. And maybe that's the arena shooter that people go like, okay, what's Halo? Halo's an arena shooter. And you know what? I kind of want to experience that. I want to play that for a bit, and then I'll go back to some other game that has a battle royale. I don't know. I don't know.
Whew. Oh God.
Do you know, Daddy Trax? Do you?
I don't know, but I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna make a wild prediction here. Okay, here's my prediction. Not really prediction, but here's how right now the feeling that I have that this game is gonna have. Okay, or the feeling that I have for how this game is gonna go. Because it's free to play and because it's not a battle royale, I think Halo might actually be able to pull this off. Every free to play game that I can think of that's a large shooter are all battle royales. In fact, it's only the battle royale mode that's free. So
interesting.
Halo being the only free to play arena multiplayer game might actually be able to capitalize on a market that has not been that nobody has tried to create a game for yet.
Fortnite Destiny was Destiny arena type?
No, Destiny's an open world type, but it's not even free to play. So
okay.
I mean, it's got arena type matchmaking though.
Yeah.
They do have an arena matchmaking.
Yeah, they do.
But the game's $60, so you can't get around that either.
Right.
But every free to play game, Destiny 2 is free to play. Bab or Dabalon in the chat just said that. Well, when the game first released, it wasn't free to play.
I remember that being very similar to Halo type play.
Really? Destiny?
Yeah.
I thought that it looked completely. You know what it looked like?
That's why I didn't like it.
It looked very much like Halo Reach, didn't it?
Yeah, it was
like people are flying around and stuff, and it's like, okay, that's where Halo Reach was taking Halo, or that's where Bungie was taking Halo, and I'm glad that I don't have that anymore.
Right.
If Destiny 2 is free to play now, it certainly wasn't when it first came out. And I think coming out with the marketing of, hey, we are free to play, and here's our arena multiplayer that's free to play. I don't know how many people know that. I don't know how many people know that Destiny is even free to play. Like, I didn't know that. So, you know, maybe that's the difference. And coming in, marketing to everybody, especially these players who, you know, I mean, aside again, like Fortnite's free mode was the battle royale. The paid mode was the campaign, basically, right? Warzone, Call of Duty, Warzone, the battle royale was free to play. The rest of the game was paid for. Battlefield has never been free to play. Jimmy, do you know if the new Battlefield's gonna be free to play?
I didn't see it. I didn't see anything about that.
Even Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5's battle royale was you had to pay to play the game. That I don't think that was ever free. So look, I guess what I'm trying to say is like there might be something here. There like I can see it's almost like in like football or in hockey. It's like the guy has the ball or the player has the puck, and it's like you can see where they can go to maybe get through like the other team. Like I can kind of see the path that Halo's going down for maybe it can lead to an audience that has not been serviced yet. So I'm feeling optimistic about this.
Just Shady in the chat says Battlefield will not have a BR battle royale.
Okay, yeah, and I doubt that the game's going to be free to play then.
If I'm correct, aren't they dabbling with battle royale right now?
What, Battlefield?
In the current title.
Battlefield 5 has a battle royale. That has a great battle royale. I loved Battlefield 5's battle royale.
They say they are having a battle royale, just not at launch.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm reading.
I feel like a battle royale is a good way to kind of bring people back to your game. You know, like launch your game, people are excited. And look, Battlefield 42, I mean, I don't even think it needs a BR to really, bring it back, because I think that game is going to do really well. It looks amazing. It looks fantastic. The cinematic trailers look great. Yeah, but the gameplay itself even looks amazing. The large scale battles. I can't wait to get my hands on that game. And
I always loved Battlefield.
And play with some of you guys. So, look, I think that there's a lane for Halo to take. And I'm feeling optimistic. Real Mystery, how you feeling?
It's like they're putting all their cards down on them being the arena shooter game.
They are, bro.
That's from the way you're painting it. That seems like a pretty logical choice, actually, because like the core of Halo itself has always been arena.
It has been, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, is there enough people who want that right now in 2021?
Are we considering big team battle arena? Like, I don't know where like. Do you mean just arena, just small size?
Big team
firefights, right?
Big team battle would be considered arena, even though it's big team. That would still be considered arena. Arena is just kind of like a description of multiplayer where like it's quick engagements. It's usually on smaller maps, and by smaller map I mean think about Battlefield's conquest mode. It's so large. It's so open. That would not be considered an arena shooter at all. But think of the traditional team deathmatch in Call of Duty. That would be arena. Halo's 4v4 mode, 100% would be arena. Arena is like, here's a map. Here's a very contained map with very specific borders. And you're contained in this area. And here's your arena. Okay, go at it.
One team spawns on this side, the other team.
Right, one team spawns on this side, one team spawns on the other side, and you can pretty much get into engagements within, probably a few seconds, really.
Gotcha.
So big team battle would still be considered arena, but it's definitely, just like a larger arena, I guess.
Yeah, I'd still consider it arena, big team battle.
Yeah, at least in Halo.
Even Warzone, like Halo's Warzone. I should clarify. I consider that to be
I don't know. I actually don't know if I would consider Halo's Warzone to be arena. Just because you introduced the AI, the Covenant and the Prometheans in that battle.
Just that alone?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if there's really. Let me look this up real quick. What is an arena shooter?
Right. Okay. So, in theory, would you consider Titanfall to be an arena shooter? Because Titanfall also has those AI as well in the middle of their fights.
Oh, what a great point by you. What is an arena shooter? An arena shooter is a subgenre of shooter games that cover both the first-person shooter and third-person shooter games. Okay, here we go. These games emphasize fast-paced movement in enclosed areas with a heavy emphasis on quick reaction time. Game design. Arena shooters are a variation of multiplayer first or third-person shooters where the gameplay features fast mobility, allowing players to quickly move around the map either by moving around normally or utilizing special techniques such as strafing or launching oneself with a gun such as a rocket. I don't know who came up with this description. This is insanely specific. Since fast-paced gameplay is the focus of the game, weapons in arena shooters usually don't require to reload weapons, and the maps in which matches take place are usually enclosed in a small, hence the term arena in the genre. The genre is also known for having relatively simple or limited modes when compared to other shooters. The main mode that is played in arena shooters being deathmatch, with capture the flag being a second most popular. Okay, so based off of that definition, I would say that big team battle might pull itself outside of arena shooter just slightly, with Warzone not being an arena, not being within the arena genre. Are you guys getting that from that definition?
Kinda.
I don't know. Look, here's what it is, right?
This is the part where you just nod and say yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
It's not Battle Royale, and it's not Battlefield large maps. Okay. So we'll throw those to the not arenas, and we'll just when you're thinking of arena, we'll just think of Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 4, Halo 5. Okay, those are arena games, arena shooters. Except maybe not Warzone and Halo 5. I don't know. Who cares? The point is, there is no free to play any kind of arena shooter right now. This is the first one that I can think of that's major. The marketing is specifically dedicated to it. It might give it might have a chance at capturing an audience that we don't know is out there right now. And that's what we could be optimistic about. Any last thoughts on this, Jimmy?
No, we cleared that up pretty well.
All right. Mystery, anything else on that?
No, I think you handled every single point that both of us could probably even come up with.
All right. Well, there we go.
That was a segment you had all by yourself.
Yeah, maybe that wasn't good. Maybe I should structure
No,
this a little bit
it's
differently.
fine. You hit on every single point that
You did good, bro.
I thought of, and then the only other thing that we could think of, I guess Jimmy and I could think of, was just that one point.
Yeah, next time we just won't do the podcast with you. You could do it by yourself.
Yeah, next time I'll just do the show by myself. That's a good idea.
But okay, wait. So there's still one more. I guess there's still one more thing. So you know how Jimmy brought up the idea of okay, well, they have the the training matchmaking games that could be brought up. What's stopping from other people smurfing their account and just dominating in that particular matchmaking games, making it not so fun for new joiners? Let alone there's that, and then there's also how long will you have that as an option in matchmaking? The training matchmaking.
I don't know if the training matchmaking is actually a training matchmaking for new players.
Well, I didn't mean training matchmaking. I just meant a matchmaking for just new players. I guess social. How they have it.
You know
now.
who tried that though? Rainbow Six Siege tried that, and when I was playing Rainbow Six Siege, that was incredibly difficult to play. Was that beginner matchmaking, because so many people would go in with Smurf accounts and just clean up noobs. It was way more competitive. It was way harder than their ranked competitive play.
Oh.
So the only way that I can think that you could do it is if you create a profile that takes into account somebody's IP address. But then the problem with that is you might have two brothers who actually have different skills, legitimately different skills, and you might be punishing the worst player because of that. So
again, like a fickle line to kind of run.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that. I don't know how you handle Smurf accounts. I don't think any game has really found a good way of handling Smurf accounts. Jimmy, you ever have a Smurf account?
Yeah, I did.
What did you have?
RuneScape.
Oh, I remember that. I meant in Halo, though. I meant in Halo.
No.
My original account was JP87. I think I made a Smurf account JP27. I'm pretty sure.
I didn't make it to beat other people. I made them to just mess with other people. I was such a troll.
Your RuneScape account?
Well, I think I had other ones too.
Did you ever make?
I did it on Rome Total War too. But
so funny, dude.
All more PC games.
Real Mystery, did you ever have a Smurf account?
I wouldn't consider it a Smurf account, but I had a couple. I've had a couple of accounts while I was, I guess, in my history of Xbox, I suppose.
Yeah, I just
never ended up going back to the other ones.
I don't know if I've ever had a Smurf account, right? Like, I imagine a Smurf account is like an account that you specifically make so you can play lower leveled people.
Right, yeah, I know. If that's the case, then no, I haven't.
Yeah, I haven't either then.
I've had accounts where it's like, okay, I gotta start fresh because...
How long does that last, though?
What?
If I get a new account and play in a lower leveled social queue, won't I get... After the first game, won't I be pushed up like tremendously?
Well, you wouldn't be pushed up tremendously. I mean, in traditional Halo ranking, you would be, you win one game as a level 1, you go to level 2, right?
Well, maybe they changed that up a little bit to beat the Smurf accounts.
Well, so what they did in Halo 5 was like, okay, after 10 games, then you qualify for a rank, and then you basically jump up in rank so you can play people who are more your level. That's how they try to fix that. But then what people would do is people would just suck for 10 games. So that way they would get ranked low, and then they could play against all the weaker people.
Whatever. I don't know. I don't understand people.
I don't know how to... Honestly, I don't even know if that's something you could really get rid of. You know what, Jimmy?
The trash talking is fun for them, I suppose.
Some people get enjoyment out of just beating up on weaker people.
Like, I could see trolling people absolutely being fun, but like that seems boring.
It does seem boring to me. Like, once I completed State of Decay, where I'm just destroying everything, it's like, okay, this is boring now.
Right.
There's no challenge there. I don't know. I don't know how you protect against that. I don't know how you could enforce that, like stopping people from smurfing. So I don't know if there will be any solution to that. It might just be like every other Halo, and hopefully there's enough people who are, playing and being honest, and probably not. Limit accounts to IP address, says Dab Balan. Yeah, that might be a good account, right? Like, or that might be a good idea. Like, you probably should.
Could or could not work based on those new, the new software they have that changes your IP address.
Yeah, you're right. People could just get VPNs.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one I was looking for. VPNs, right? At that point, you're just unlimited IPs.
I don't know. Do you think the people at Halo have talked about this and they've gone like, well, how do we stop people from smurfing? And they go, meh.
It wouldn't surprise me if they did think about it for maybe a day and then kind of
go
came to the same conclusions that we have.
Hopefully people don't notice. I mean, they could have something where maybe there's an algorithm that kind of looks at outlying performers in matchmaking, and so maybe if you play a couple games, maybe they could ghost rank you higher, so that way you think okay, Jimmy, let's imagine this if from a 1 through 50 thing. Let's say they bring the 1 through 50 ranks back, right? And you start out as a level 1. Well, maybe what they do is they ghost rank you. So yes, you have your level 1, but then they look at how you're playing as a level 1, and then maybe they go hey, you know what? This guy's skill is really a lot higher. Why don't we actually force him to play against a level 10s? Let's see how he does against them. And so even though you're level 1, and then level 2, level 3, okay, now you're playing it actually against higher ranked people because of how you're just beating up on other people who are around your rank. And then maybe if you beat those people who are higher ranks, then you can rank up even faster. That might be a good way to do it, actually. But that also seems like a lot of work on the back end.
Yeah, I was overthinking that one.
Like, let's
when you
give
start
it.
adding a lot of algorithms and stuff, things can get super complicated.
Yeah, exactly. That would be
Look
a
at the
cool
YouTube
system, though.
algorithm.
I like the idea of that system. I don't know. You might not be able to stop it. Just might not be able to.
Yeah, I don't think you would be able to.
Well, guess we're giving up. Sorry, people.
I'm like overthinking that way too hard.
Nah, it's a good thing to think about, and you know, I'm sure that they've thought about it, and hopefully that's something that they can fix. The other thing they have to worry about too, being on PC now, is people hacking the game. It's gonna be a lot easier to hack Halo Infinite than it was any of the other games that were, you know, stuck on console. So we'll see what happens when it comes to anti-hacking.
I mean,
things.
If anything, MCC right now having crossplay is a huge, like, I guess, stepping stone or like a test.
Yeah, allows them to kind of like figure out some things to stop hackers. I mean, they did a pretty good job with Halo 2. I remember at one point it was like there were so many hackers in Halo 2, and it's like they flipped a switch, and just anybody who was hacking just got like immediately banned like right away. And it was pretty insane. It was like you would see people who are hacking in a game, and then like mid-game they would have to quit because they just like got permanently banned. And it was like, wow.
Remember standby? And
Bungie's really.
is that considered hacking?
Oh no, standby is not considered hacking, but that was so freaking annoying. That's another thing that they fixed pretty well, and I don't know how they fixed that, but they did.
How was what was even that? Remember we tried doing it.
Basically,
I could never get it to do.
Somebody would do is like you had to be the host of the game, and if you were the host of the game, you would hit your standby button on your router, and what that would do is that would kind of, it would basically isolate you, and because you were the host, everybody was connecting to you. So when you hit standby, it forced everybody else to try and like reconnect to you, but you were still in the game, so you were able to kind of go around and kill everybody without them even knowing, and then you would just hit the standby off, everybody would reconnect and be dead, and then you would just hit it again, find them, and kill them. Super annoying.
It was so fun though.
Super annoying.
They were like, they're standby.
Dude, this guy's standby? Oh, he is, dude. This fucking loser.
Oh, that's good times.
Jimmy, I don't know if you saw this. Mister, I don't know if you saw this.
Yeah.
According to IGN.com, the showrunner for the Halo TV show has vowed not to come back for season 2.
What?
The Halo TV series will be losing both of its showrunners, Variety reports, with Kyle Killen having already departed the project, and Stephen Kane planning to depart once the series is finished. Now, Killen says he doesn't want to be overseas doing this thing again. That could possibly be a family thing, right? We've seen this before where actors and people in Hollywood have gone, hey, you know what, dude, I'm not continuing with this. This is too much on my family. And TV shows have rough schedules. The Walking Dead had Rick Grimes go, hey, dude, I'm not been doing this anymore. You guys got to kill me off in the show or do something where I can come back later on and do movies because this TV show nonsense is just hard. And it seems like they are filming. Where are they filming? I want to say Bangladesh. I don't know if that's right, though. Where are they filming the show? Budapest! Variety reports that Kane wishes to return to the U.S. after spending 2 years in Budapest to help film the series. That sounds like development hell. Yeah. Spending 2 years trying to develop one season of a show. So it could be this guy just doesn't want to have to go through that again. But it kind of worries me a little bit. It worries me because if the show was so good and the show was so amazing and such a great project to work on, it seems like it's the kind of thing where somebody would go, you know what? I really want to go back to it. I really want to continue with it. So not that it necessarily means like doomsday for the series, but it's certainly not a good sign. I don't know. Am I looking into this too much or what?
No, you're right. 100%.
I mean, I guess you could look at it that way. The other way you can probably look at it is maybe, yeah, he just maybe wants to whet his appetite on other projects. Maybe he's got his own other projects he wants to work on elsewhere.
And maybe he's a shit showrunner. Okay, maybe he's not that great, and we're gonna get a better guy for season 2, right?
Well, yeah, we'll have to see when season 2 comes. Let's see season 1 first, and then we can determine whether.
Let's see anything from this because we haven't seen anything except for Pablo. What's his name? Schreiber, just in a suit of Master Chief armor, which looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. The way that they're designing Master Chief looks really cool. But it just seems like the show has had so many. I have never seen a show that was planned to release 8 years or 9 years before it finally does. Like, the show was announced to start in 2013. Steven Spielberg came out and he's like, yeah, dude, we're doing the Halo show, dude. It's gonna be a great, he doesn't sound like this, but we're gonna do a great show. And
that's exactly what it sounds like.
2013, before Halo 4 comes out, we're gonna have the show. And it's like, you just watch the years tick away and you go like, oh, this show's never happening. And they're like, no, the show's gonna happen. And you're like, dude, the show's not happening. It's 3 years later, dude. It's not gonna happen. Oh, it's gonna happen, we swear. And here they are, they're actually going to make it happen. And you got two showrunners who are like, peace, deuces. You got Jen Taylor, who wasn't cast originally, and then she joins the project. Now, maybe that was just kind of like a coordination thing, hopefully. But it does scare me a little bit. I'm more optimistic about Halo Infinite than I am about the TV show.
That's because we have some, like, I guess, substance for Halo Infinite right now.
Yeah.
Right, I mean, if we see a trailer or something, who knows? Our minds could be changed or completely.
Also, the TV show is ditched by Showtime, right?
I believe so.
Like, the show's gonna come out on Paramount Plus. And the only freaking thing I know about Paramount Plus is this drag queen show that I keep getting advertisements for every time I watch a YouTube video. I'm like, what is this show, dude? This is, sorry, if you're into drag, great. I'm not. So the only thing I know about Paramount Plus is that it has this drag queen show on it. And I'm like, dude, this is like this is gonna be the home of Halo. Oh my God, bro.
I mean, I guess in a sense that it wouldn't really have too much competition on that particular platform other than iCarly.
That's the positive look. iCarly, drag queen show, and Halo. Like, what is this platform, dude?
There you go. Who knows? They could even have like a Transformers and Halo crossover or something at some point. Because doesn't Paramount own the rights for movie rights for Transformers?
I don't know, but that sounds wild, dude. If Optimus Prime shows up in Halo and starts like kicking the Covenant's ass, I might be down for that, dude.
There you go.
Just like the Fast and Furious one. And,
Megatron shows up
Jurassic
and starts
Park.
like punching Master Chief, dude. You see Master Chief like running up his back, just shooting him with his AR.
There you go.
I know when they're out of ideas.
Yeah, I think Jim, you know how you were talking about Jurassic Park and Fast and the Furious combining?
Yeah.
I think that's the next thing we see. Like, you know how they're like, okay, they're going, like, they've been going through the phase where they rebooted everything, right? Then they went through the phase where everything was a superhero movie. Now I think they're going to go through the phase where they just start combining titles. And they're like, yeah, let's do Jurassic Park and Fast and Furious. Boom. And then they go, let's do Saving Private Ryan and Transformers. Let's put the Transformers on World War II, you know, and then they just start combining just these very obscure things. They go like, let's do Air Bud and Michael Myers. Like, they just start combining everything, and it's like, what is happening here? You just have this murderous golden retriever.
Well, the Fast and Furious thing is legit, bro.
I mean,
they just did the movie The Fast and Furious. They just went to space.
Yeah, but I am going to hold my breath because I think it might happen, but I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
I want to see Fast and Furious and Jurassic Park come together so
you know why
bad.
you know why they went to space?
I assume it's because that's how they had to save the day.
No, because of family.
Oh, okay.
There's these meme videos going around of Vin Diesel. He's like, his answer is family.
Yeah, there's been, even on Halo, they've had a bunch of like Halo memes posted.
Yeah,
where you'll see like I don't know, like a scene from Halo 4 or something, and Master Chief's like turning around and talking to somebody, and like it's
for
like
family.
Exactly, for family.
I actually love that. That's pretty funny.
I'll send you a video later on it.
Yeah, send me a video.
You're right.
Send me a video.
Oh
and we'll pull it up for next week. I'd like to watch that.
Funny.
But yeah, first off, why is the show being filmed in Budapest?
Yeah.
No idea. We don't even know what the premise of the show is, do we?
And it's what, is that in Hungary?
I don't know where Budapest is. All I know is that the show has been developed for 8 years, and finally we have, you know, maybe the show will come out next year, I think, on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
You know, when we said Halo 4, it'll come out before Halo 4, we really meant before Halo, after Halo Infinite.
Dude, the news I got with Lord of the Rings, bro, the Amazon series, it's just, I'm just disgusted by it.
Talk to me, bro. What are they
Go
doing?
on.
Just,
I'm
they're
curious.
they're trying to add in nudity,
Oh
like
yeah.
Oh, they're trying
all
to go Game of
the
Thrones?
cultural shit that you're seeing now. They're trying to add into it, and they're starting to come up with articles about it, and just people are not having it, bro.
Yeah, I can't wait until they piss off every Lord of the Rings fan, and then they just Jimmy. How much money have they spent on this?
$1 billion.
I can't wait.
So far.
Like, how do you?
Sometimes, bro, I think that companies just put together shit just to spend their money and have a write-off. I swear to God.
This is just a magic show. This is a magic show of how to make $1 billion disappear.
Yes, it's I mean, what other way to write off $1 billion and make a shitty Amazon Lord of the Rings fucking trilogy?
Like you can write it off, sure, but also like you need to be making a serious profit to write it off against. So I guess they won't have any losses for whatever that year is, because if you're losing $1 billion and you're spending all this money and you're not recovering it in the show, I mean, like. Jim, for your sake, I am not going to touch this show or watch it because I'm annoyed for you.
Dude, you should see. I'll have to send you the article about it. It's just,
Like you had Game of Thrones. What do you like? Just make another Game of Thrones, dude. Like
well, they are
why-
making Game of
Spin-off
Thrones.
series.
Why? Yeah, but like what I'm saying is like, well, who's doing this? Amazon? Like have Amazon just make your own version of Game of Thrones. Why are you taking a franchise and changing it? That just seems so stupid. Like I wouldn't take Snoopy and all of a sudden like radically change the genre to where it's this other thing. It's like no, dude. If I'm making Peanut things, if I like buy the franchise Peanuts, I'm not gonna then turn it into South Park. Like I'm not gonna I'm not gonna buy the rights to the Peanuts and then make every episode like South Park. That doesn't make any sense, dude.
Well, do you know the new movie Tomorrow War with Chris Pratt?
I've heard
I don't
of
know if
it.
you saw that. Real
I've heard
mystery.
of it. I've heard people complaining about it.
Amazon bought that to have that on their Amazon Prime.
Okay.
For movies. So like they're trying to get in the movie. They're trying to get big with on that side of.
Is that an Amazon Prime movie? I thought that was a Netflix movie.
No, it's
No, it's
Amazon Prime.
Oh, good job, Amazon.
It was financed by Paramount, but since COVID happened, Amazon bought it to put on Prime,
Okay.
which actually is pretty smart for Amazon. But the movie was all right. It was entertaining to say the least. I enjoyed it. It wasn't great. It wasn't like blew me away, but it was entertaining. You know.
I've heard a lot of people were pissed off about it.
Yeah, I could see why. I 100% could see why.
Really? Why?
Just
don't-
like
don't spoil it
it was
for me.
so inconsistent, very inconsistent.
Oh, really? Well, I heard people were pissed off about it because it was like, well, I guess I've just heard a lot of people are pissed off about Chris Pratt
Why?
because he's like non-political.
Ah,
He tries to stay out of
Oh, he's that
politics. He
cultural.
doesn't like subscribe to the woke. You know, he
Ah.
doesn't do all that stuff.
I didn't think of
think-
anything about that.
I think they
but-
called him with like a T-shirt that said like "Don't tread on me" or something like that. He's also
Oh
a
my
Christian, so
God.
like you know they're trying to burn him at the stake.
I don't know. How do you think? I mean, they probably don't care if Amazon's fucking buying it. I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know. All I know is that like every couple months they try and cancel Chris Pratt, and people just don't care because they love him because he's Star-Lord. Okay, here's another topic I wanted to touch on. Halo and Battlefield creators are making their own multiplayer game. If you thought to yourself, hey, what would it look like if Halo and Battlefield married each other and had a little baby? Well, here you go. This is a independent, quote unquote independent, AAA team that is going to veterans from Halo and Battlefield. Now, look, I mean, this is no, you know, this isn't like Joseph Staten and, you know, the head of DICE getting together to make a game. You know, these are just ex developers from these two
Probably
studios.
what, from Halo 4, I think they said in the article?
Yeah, okay, let me see here. So the team is already made of 25 people with the video game veteran Scott Warner and Rosie Zagorcheva.
What?
I definitely didn't butcher that. At the helm.
Yeah.
Warner has experience on the Halo franchise. He was the lead designer of Halo 4. So I don't know if this is really like, oh yeah. Zargarkachkov also comes from a shooter background. She was the senior director on EA Star Wars Battlefront, Battlefield 4, and Battlefield 5. Hold on. You're taking the lead designer of Halo 4 and the senior director of Battlefield 5 You're bringing them together and you're saying, hey, let's make this game. Like, this game might be the most boycotted game I've ever seen in my life, depending on how they go about it.
Oh my god.
I don't know, not boycotted, but like, well, look, I liked Halo 5 actually, or Battlefield 5. I actually really liked the gameplay of Battlefield 5, but that game is considered like the worst in the series. And Halo 4 certainly does not rank towards the top when people list their favorite Halo games. I mean, for some people it is, sure, but if you ask all of Halo fans what their favorite Halo game is, Halo 4 is usually not the one at the top. So that's just interesting to me that they're taking that these two veterans are coming together. And I'm not saying it's, you know, gonna spell doom or anything like that. But the article goes on to say, this is from fraghero.com. It says, big brains, big budget. Warner has said that our team is working on an original game, but not ready to disclose. He says, we're working on a first-person shooter competitive game live service with a lot of people assembled who have made those games for quite some time. We're concentrating on PC and console for now, but ultimately we want our game to be played on as many platforms as it can be. What platform is there besides PC and console? What's he talking about? Mobile?
I suppose so.
Like what? Like you hit it, buddy, you got him.
Right.
I don't know what the other Alexa? Like what platform are we trying to get on here?
What's it? The Samsung girl?
What's her name? Sammy?
What did we call her the other week?
Yeah, it was Sammy.
Sammy
the Samsung girl?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Samsung. I'm going to avoid your phones. Zarkukachev says that she was excited to get to work on a project of such scale. What attracted me was the new IP and the AAA scale. That's a rare opportunity in the industry. And possibly what I'm even more excited about is the chance to do everything right, to create a studio, to create a culture, to form a team with no baggage, a clean slate to create something amazing. Yeah, she clearly has a Battlefield 5 hangover of just like dealing with that PR nightmare. And she was the senior director. It's really the marketing that really hurt Battlefield 5. So it's nice. She feels like she can kind of get a clean slate. We'll see how it does. I mean, look, anything that comes from it, Halo or Battlefield, people are going to have their eyes on this. We have no idea what it is, and it looks like there's only 25 people, so this game's probably not coming out until, 2024 or 2025. We'll see what that's going to be, but the idea of, Halo people and Battlefield people coming together to make a game seemed interesting enough to me to bring up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought when I came across the article for the first time, I was like, I'm kind of curious to see what Jimmy would think.
Jimmy, what do you think?
I mean, what? That's like 4 years from now.
I mean, maybe it gets done sooner, but I would think a typical mystery. Tell me what you think. Typical dev cycle takes a few years. I mean, they got to make their engine unless they're going to use Unreal or.
I mean, they got to come out with something really different if it's coming out 4 years.
Right?
From now.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, how do you get this Halo?
Like Battle Royale might be freaking gone. Like it might be dead by then.
Well, yeah.
Or like,
I mean,
or even like. I don't know.
It's the same thing with music artists, right? You have to kind of predict where people are going to what kind of music people are going to be into 18 months from now.
And you and I were predicting like what type of different content can be made, like TikTok videos. You know what I mean? Like how much different can it get?
How do you distinguish yourself?
I mean?
It's a great question.
And that's how I think of it. It's like TikTok got so raw with videos and creative. Like
it's fucking raw.
How much different can we get? But we say that, bro, and it gets different each time, and we're like blown away by it.
It's true.
So you never know. So
creative people are creative. You know what I thought about for a multiplayer game if I were to make one?
What?
You ever see Ender's Game?
Yeah, that was a good movie.
All right, you know how the one dude is kind of controlling how all the soldiers move and everything like that?
Yeah.
All right, so I want like a game that's like Battlefield but even larger. And then there's one dude who's like the general, and he is basically showing all the units where they need to go and what they need to do, and then disseminates information to like his captains or whatever, and then they tell the squad. So like, Jimmy, you jump in, you're just a soldier, right? And you're in a squad with like me, you, 2 other people, and then somebody gives us a command of like, hey, we need your squad to concentrate your fire on this sniper. You got to get the sniper out of here, and then let other people kind of have like the overview of like where they want to move the players and everything like that. I think that would make for an awesome game.
Interesting.
So
I have something similar too.
Like an RTS?
Yeah, kind of like an RTS. Yeah, exactly. Kind of like an RTS, but the units that you're controlling are actual players. So maybe you go in the game and you want to be, like, I just want to snipe. I just want to snipe people, but I find it more fun, and maybe it would be more fun if somebody were to direct you to where they needed you to snipe somebody. So like you go into a game, like think about Battlefield, right? You go into a game and you find a ledge and then you lay down on the ledge and you basically just wait for people. Shoot. But what if somebody was like, hey dude, can you take out this target over here? We really need this guy to get killed. And then you're like, oh, okay, well, let me go find it. Right? And then like maybe you can have a scout position where somebody, it maybe isn't good at shooting, but they're really good at like able to like spot enemies and stuff, And so like I feel like you can make a really fun game that has like more complexity to it, where there's players with roles and they are giving people orders basically.
I think Call of Duty Black Ops 2's campaign kind of dabbled in something like that.
Oh, really? Okay.
There was like you have your RTS kind of aspect, right? But then you're also able to go into the squad view and literally play the first person point of view in that situation.
Yeah, okay.
And it was like a couple of like small missions here and there in Black Ops 2, I remember. And I remember them just like dabbling in that, I suppose, a little bit. It never really got expanded on after that. Not that I know of, but
interesting.
If that's something that you're thinking of, I mean, yeah, that is kind of a cool idea. I think it just needs to be tweaked more.
Right.
Yeah, but I think like the best version of that idea, I think sounds really fun to me. And like
you just blew me away with that.
Like, how cool would it be if like you, Jimmy, imagine like you're playing a game, right? And like at the end of the game, I don't know, maybe like you could rate the generals or something like that, or like everybody could rate each other for how well you did, right? And then like better players, like I don't know, maybe it would be cool if like, I think it would be cool if like there was like the general, right? And then like there was, and this is like pre-game lobby almost, and he kind of had to fill, or like he had to fill what squads were going to be in the games and everything like that. So like, okay, like it shows that he has like 2 companies and each company has 4 squads total or something like that, right? Well, I guess that would be a platoon. You'd have a couple of platoons, whatever. The point is, the general could then invite squads in or invite people in to kind of fill the ranks, and then like the rest of it gets filled like matchmaking style. And like you could make friends with somebody who's a general, and you go like, okay, I like how this guy leads us, and like you could like develop a relationship with the guy where it's like, hey, I really like the way that you lead, and we're really good at like executing your order. Like I just think that would be like a really fun kind of unique take on like a first person shooter, but like more like, I mean, the game would probably play more like Battlefield than anything else, but with that extra component to it where somebody's actually sort of telling the troops where to go on the battlefield. I don't know, for some reason I love that idea of like, hey, put me in, coach,
Right. It's interesting,
because like you do that sometimes when you're playing a game, like if you're in a 4v4 or if you're playing big team battle in Halo. There's not usually, but sometimes there's somebody who kind of steps up and says, okay, you guys go here, you guys go here, you guys go. Okay, well, what if the game was designed to work that way of, hey, you guys go over here, you guys go over here, you guys go over here. And like, that was another player. That was a guy who was watching.
So you're talking like pre-planned battle arrangements?
Yeah. So maybe like you go into the pre-lobby, right? And like they have some tools. They have some tools where they can kind of show what your like orders are in the very beginning, right? And then you kind of just follow his orders, but then he has to update it as the battle goes along, because ultimately he's competing against another general. He's competing against another general who's trying to do the same thing.
Right.
But I kind of like that idea. I kind of like if you take the roles from Battlefield and then you have somebody kind of commanding people around. To me, that sounds like a really fun thing.
Interesting.
Yeah, right. It would be different, right?
I have a idea for a game I always had since I was a little kid, but it's too vast, and it's going to take too long to talk about right now.
All right. Well, we don't have to talk about it right now.
Yeah, we'll talk about it another time.
All right. Let's get into some listener questions, my guys.
Yeah.
What do we got, Jimmy?
We don't have many.
It's okay. Don't say that, dude. This is like when you go to a party.
No, actually, I have a lot. We just didn't get that many people in the Discord.
Yeah, you don't have to say that either, dude. This is like when you're at a party, you don't go, "Hey, I'm sorry, there was supposed to be a lot more people." It's like, no, dude, you just have fun with the people who are there.
I like being open and honest. I'm an open book, you know.
Why? Why would you just give information out that you don't have to?
All right, we had like 1,000 questions then. All right.
Awesome. All from Discord, right?
Oof.
All right. Just Shady #Red asks Jimmy Clo, why don't we play Warzone anymore?
I love how every week Just Shady just wants to ask you something. Like, dude, why do you hate me?
I haven't had internet at night, so that's why I haven't been playing. Are you waiting to play Halo with me? I thought he didn't want to play Halo. I thought he hated Halo.
I thought he hated Halo. I thought you hated Halo, Jimmy.
I don't hate it. I'm disappointed in it. That's all.
I'm not angry with you. I'm just disappointed.
The guy up asks #Red. Jim, what questions do you want to ask? I'm sorry. What questions do you want ladies to ask you?
Oh, that's a great question.
Now, here's the thing with that, okay? I'm going to get all amped up before we end this podcast.
You're really going to irritate me if you say it doesn't matter. You know what's hilarious? This is so funny. He's going on a rant right now, but his microphone just muted for some reason. And so he's like, I'm really amped up right now. This is what it... And then all of a sudden, everything just froze.
Right.
It didn't freeze, but we can't hear him. So Jimmy's going to try and fix it.
Hold on. Tracks.
Yeah.
It looks like the recording stopped.
Really?
Like literally just now.
Why did it do that?
Like I just saw it flash and I just saw that it stopped recording.
Yeah, so right now, guys, we are trying to record the podcast on this new program that's going to allow us to take high definition version of the audio and upload it as a...
Hello?
What's up, Jimmy?
We can hear you now.
All right.
Let
So
me
what
see.
happened?
Let me see if I can continue. Let me see something here. No, okay, that's not gonna work the way that I want it to. Can you guys hear me? Okay, let me do this. Can you guys hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Mystery,
I can hear you.
we might have just lost Mystery. Dude, this is... Okay, so guys, basically what
That was
you're
a
hearing
weird
us...
time.
What you're hearing us go through right now is a... Oh, actually, hang on 1 second, Jimmy. What you guys are hearing us go through right now is just an issue with audio, a technical difficulty, if you will. And what we started this program that was going to allow it was basically going to record our audio in high definition, and then when we released the podcast on Spotify and on iTunes, it was going to take our audio in high definition, and then we would be able to have like a much nicer sounding podcast that went up on those platforms. But what just happened was something crazy happened and it stopped the recording. So the recording this week is not going to be high definition. We'll try it again next week, basically. But unfortunately, that just happened. So when you heard all of us just go like, when all of a sudden it just started falling apart and you were like, what is happening? What are they talking about? Why are they reacting like this? Basically, what was happening is what we spent the entire night trying to set up, it was just all for nothing. Basically, it's just what happened. So kind of sad, kind of tragic, but we're just going to push on here. Jimmy, you were getting amped up.
Yeah.
And you were about to talk about why you were getting amped up.
Yeah. Can everybody hear me first off?
Everybody can hear you. Yeah, everybody can hear you now.
All right. No, let's go back to the question. A guy up asked, what questions do you want ladies to ask you in terms of dating, online dating app?
Yeah.
Now, first off, I'm done with it. I'm not going back on. However, I don't know if anyone has ever been on a dating app, but you have like, it's almost like a resume for dating, and you put up your interests and everything like that. I just want some girl or whoever to just ask questions about my profile. That's like simple enough. That's all you have to do. It's so simple. Like, these people are so involved with like their careers and college and all that. But when it comes to the goddamn dating app, it's like they freeze up and they're back in 3rd grade and they don't know how to talk. Like I don't understand it.
Do you think that's what it is, or do you think it's something else?
I think it's expectations in the current culture of dating. That's all.
What's that mean?
What do you think girls
expecting?
have this expectations where guys are gonna like have to carry the whole conversation and chase the girl. That's just what I'm getting out of it. That's all.
Right.
And it's just not working. And I actually, now TikTok gives me a lot of videos because I talk about it a lot probably, but there's a lot of other guys who feel the same way. And there's actually been studies where girls jump on to dating apps, they pretend they're a guy, and they're completely blown away at how different it is for guys.
Oh, for sure. It's 100% it's different. Not only that, but according to Jubilee, I was watching a PewDiePie video, there's like 16 guys to every 6 girls or something like that.
As a girl, you have a list of guys, like hundreds that you could choose from. So if one of them stops talking to you for whatever reason, then it's like, all right, they're off. It's just, they're going to pick the best one. That's whoever's going to continuously give effort, which is fair. Like, I get that. But at the same time, it's like, okay, if you're going to comment or like my profile first, ask some questions about me. You know what I mean? Instead of me having to carry it.
Right.
Like, you have to give in something.
Do you think maybe it's just like the... Because I totally understand what you're saying, and I'm trying to think from the other perspective if there might just be something that you're missing. Because like, is it maybe because they feel like it's a question and answer session that they're just like not getting, like they kind of lose interest, or is it?
Well, it could be that. I don't know how to. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but like I try to. A lot of these people are saying they don't even want to be on a dating app, and I say, hey, why don't you just give me my phone number? We'll try to meet up or whatever.
Oh, dude, that's a great. You should.
And it worked, for 3 times, but then it's the same thing via text. Like it's just dull. It's all dull, and I don't know. I feel like I'm a lot better when it's all in person.
I love that line right there. Somebody goes like, "Oh, I hate being on this dating app," and it's like, all right, well, let's get off of it. What do you want to do?
Right. I've done that like
dude,
multiple
that's a great
times.
Line, dude. That's a great line. All right, let's get off. Where do you want to go?
I just don't know what people's, like, one girl, she's like I let the guys ask. What did she say? I have it on here. Dude, it's just crazy.
One of them said the quiet part out loud.
The quiet part? What do you mean?
Yeah, like girls don't typically say like, yo, yeah, we basically just let guys just do all the talking and then we kind of pick.
It's very similar. Very similar to that. Hold on, I have it right here.
Paige in the chat says, in real life, a lot of men dominate conversations and don't let women talk. That's just my experience, though.
They're just taking it on you, man.
I dominate every conversation that I'm in because I'm already married, and that's my wife's the only person who I don't dominate conversation with. Everybody else, I just steamroll right over. I just constantly interrupt whatever it is that they're gonna say, and I just steamroll right over.
I'm a little confused. What are you talking about, Trax?
Just
wait. So like, if I was to try to say something,
I basically just like anytime somebody starts talking, I just decide to start talking, and then I try and talk like louder, so that way they can't even finish their words in.
I
don't care if it's one-on-one. I don't care if it's in like a group of people. If anybody starts talking, I'm just like, oh yeah. Well, here's what I think, dude. Here's what I think, dude.
Sorry, Jimmy, you were trying to say something?
Oh yeah, go ahead, Jim. Sorry.
Yeah.
You had an example of a.
Yeah, this is what she said. Ready? And I don't care because I don't really care about this person. She said.
Oh shit.
Jeez.
She says she'd rather talk off the app because people don't want to meet up, and she said it's hard to meet people. And I said, do you just not get people willing to meet up? And she said, usually people can't hold a conversation. I figure if someone wants to get to know me, more about me, they could take their chances and put in a little effort. That's what she said.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, and I went through the effort part. Yeah, and I at some point you have to get back. Like it's that Gary V motto, bro. You know what I'm talking about. Like you give value, you get value back.
Yeah, that's for business. It might be a little different with people.
But I know at the same time, I'm having expectations too. But it's like, it just feels like I'm wasting my time. I don't know.
What did the conversation with that girl go like? Because that seems like
it doesn't feel like she's interested at all. Versus when you're in real life person, somebody's just like really enjoying your time and really enjoying as a person, and it's not even like.
Have you had any sexual banter with her?
No, I haven't with pretty much anybody except for people that I met actually off the dating app. Which is...
Maybe you should throw some more of that in there. That might be a good idea.
I don't even know what's right on there. I'm done with it. I'm like...
Bro, you should totally give me your login, bro.
I told you. I texted you that.
Did you text me your login?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
But anyway, that was that question.
Bro, I want me to have your login, and I want Mandy to have your login, and then I want to make her and I will have our first YouTube video, which is we both try and talk to Jimmy's girls.
Oh my God. I'm curious to see how you guys would do, actually.
I wonder who would get more dates, her or me.
Probably her.
Probably.
Probably,
but I got some things up my sleeve.
All right.
That's not going to get translated well to the audio podcast, but smooth there.
I'm raising my eyebrows in a very awkward, suggestive way.
Is that the way you looked at Mama Tracks?
Yeah, when I first saw Mama Tracks, I was like,
that was the move. That was it, right?
She was like, what is... She goes, hey, something's wrong with your face.
Are you okay?
Huh? You guys met in a natural setting, and that's what I'm looking for. You know what I mean?
What do you mean in a natural setting? Well, I guess it depends what you mean by natural. Like,
you met at work, right?
Yeah. Some people wouldn't consider that natural. That would be... Like natural would be like spontaneously out in the world, out in the wild.
Well, I'm talking verse.
A wild woman has appeared.
It's not a Pokemon battle.
Are you gonna fight? Are you gonna use your items? Are you gonna switch? Or are you gonna run?
I'll use my rare candy.
Here's some rare candy, baby. She's like, what does that mean? You should do that. Oh my God, bro, you should do that. You should film yourself. Don't you love how people just go, oh, dude, if I were in your situation, here's what I do. Here's what I would do. Oh, you should do this.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do any of this, but this is a fun idea. A fun idea would be to run around downtown, whatever's close to you, and then you see a girl and you go, whoa! A wild woman has appeared. I can either fight, I can run, I can use an item, or I can change. Tell you what, I'm gonna use some rare candy, baby. Here you go. And then you just hold out the candy, and then you just see what she does.
She's not a Pokemon fan. I'm going to jail.
Bro, you run up to a girl, you go, she just like pepper sprays you right away. Bro, I swear to God, I bet you could get more dates like that than you could on
I'll give you that. You probably could.
That would make a great YouTube series. Can I get more dates treating women like wild Pokemon or a dating app?
Just put a competition between you and Jimmy.
You go, dude, she's just looking at me like, what is that?
You've got a picture of her just sliding from left to right on screen with the Pokeballs coming in.
A wild woman has appeared.
That's funny. Oh my God. Fucking died.
A wild woman wants to battle Jimmy.
A wild woman wants to battle. I mean, you if you have like a big smile and you look like you're having a lot of fun, guaranteed, you could get phone numbers that way. Oh, you go, I'll use my item, pen and paper. What's your phone number? Guaranteed, dude. And you just hold a smile, guaranteed you get dates that way.
Yeah, definitely not by complimenting 18-year-old girls either.
What does that mean?
I accidentally done that twice. So
You
far
accidentally
here.
complimented an 18-year-old girl.
Yeah. Bad.
Well, you could do worse. You could have complimented a 14-year-old girl.
God.
Oh my god. All right, let's change
dear.
the subject. Oh my god.
Let's
Let's end that one.
Shady in the chat says, just ask what starter they would use. That's a great idea. Hey, what's your starter Pokemon?
Charmander, Squirtle, or Bulbasaur?
Don't even say it. Just let her. And if she's able to answer, then you know she's the one.
He's just saying, if you had to pick any Pokemon to have in real life, what would you pick?
Charmander, easy.
Charmander.
Char. I'd bring him to work with me, and he could set the whole place on fire. I'm just joking. USPS and NSA and FBI.
You know they're listening.
There
like
are
Jinx.
only listeners. Jinx? You fucking guy, dude. Yeah, why Jinx, Jimmy? Why Jinx?
She's a very good-looking Pokemon.
You're disgusting.
What if it's a male Jinx, though?
Are
Is
there
it
male
male
Jinxes?
Jinx? What?
I thought they were all female.
Are we sure?
I'm gonna Google it.
Wait, evolves from Smoochum?
Yeah,
What?
Smoochum's a new Pokemon,
Yeah,
dude.
Smoochum's a new. Oh, well, I guess.
Well, newer.
Yeah.
Not first generation. Can the Pokemon Jinx?
Oh my god.
I was gonna type in be male. Okay, guess what the first
Can you run this conversation?
guess what the first response is for B? Can the Pokemon Jinx first response blackface?
What?
Second, black. Can the Pokemon Jinx blackface? First off, that's not even a sentence, guys. Second off, what is that?
purple.
Like not what is that, but what are we talking about?
It was not purple when it initially came out.
It's a Pokemon, dude. Can the Pokemon Jinx be male?
Why they change it? What? I don't
They
understand
probably
what-
changed it because it looks like blackface.
Yeah, never mind. I'm wrong. It is 100%.
Jinx is a
female.
female-only species with no male counterpart. Well, there you go, Jimmy.
There
There's
you
your voluptuous Pokemon.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Mystery, please pull us out of this nosedive before
Oh
we
my
hit the
god!
ground.
Just freaking Googled image it. There's other images that are coming up that you do not want to see. Very R-rated.
No. Mystery, go.
Okay. Hold on. Segueing into Paige's last question.
Thank you.
She asked, "Is Planky making a comeback?"
Oh.
Yeah, dude, I am. I'm making a comeback. You just gotta give me time, okay? I'm getting out of rehab.
There you go. That's Planky's answer. for you.
Rehab.
Planky, what were you in rehab for?
Dude, I don't know if I want to tell you guys on the podcast. I'm just not ready to talk about it yet, okay?
Okay.
Jesus.
I mean,
Planky.
it's good for you that you're not willing to talk about it yet,
Yeah,
but you are willing to talk about it at some point.
Thanks. I'm willing to talk about not willing to talk about it, you know?
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, Jimmy?
All right. I fucking hate Blanky, but all right.
Oh dear
Yeah,
lord.
What did I ever do to you?
Listen. We and you have beef. You know that.
Yeah, dude, I'll fight your... Yo, dude, give me your app, bro. I'll get all the girls, okay?
You wouldn't last one bit over here in dry Utah.
Bro, you've already not lasted, okay? I can't do any worse than you, buddy.
Damn, Plank, chill out, okay? Shading the chest is too much sap.
Blanky's got
Bro,
a lot
I
of
couldn't
wood.
get enough of that sappy syrup.
Jesus, Planky, get your life together. Mystery, you're sorry for anybody who's, you know what? I'm just not even gonna explain it. Okay, I'm not gonna explain it. I'm sorry. If you don't know what any of that was, I'm sorry.
It was fun watching you, like, I guess, talk to Blanky, I suppose. On a video podcast.
You know what? That might be like a fun thing to do for like a giveaway at some point. Just be like, hey, at what point in this podcast did you hear Planky saying, and I was like, just randomly in the podcast. What? The question of what your real life Pokemon would be. Mystery. That was not Punky, by the way. That was
my
Jimmy.
question of my real life Pokemon that I would like to
If you could pick any Pokemon to have in real life, what would you pick?
I've always found Gallade to be quite a fascinating Pokemon.
Gallade.
What?
Particularly his Mega Evolution as well.
How do you spell that?
Gallade.
That's a cool Pokemon. Now, what would you want him in real life for? Slice up some dudes?
No. Security.
Hey, Jimmy, I want you to go to Google real quick. I might have a new Pokemon for you.
That's cool looking, actually. I'll give you that. Yeah, I'm on it.
All right, type in Gardevoir. G-A-R-D-E...
Oh, no, don't do this to him!
G-A-R-D-E-V-O-I-R. And then I got another one after that one.
Ooh.
What's the next one? Lopunny?
Yeah.
Why I know about this one?
I knew it!
All right, Jimmy, I got one more for you, okay?
Yeah, I like that one.
All right, here's the next one.
Go for it.
The last one is Lopunny. L-O-P-U-N-N-Y.
Okay. What the hell am I looking at? What is going on in this picture?
Did you type in Lopunny? L-O-P-U-N-N-Y?
Yeah. What?
It's a bunny rabbit that that makes lots of puns.
I'm seeing this right now. I'm trying to process it.
So I'm trying to process it.
What's with the whatever? All right.
So are you sticking with Jinx now, or is there other Pokemon that you might be looking at?
Is there a younger version of this?
A younger version of Lopunny?
Check out, I guess,
You're
Mega
gross,
Lopunny.
dude.
Do they have Pokemon lingerie? Oh man,
You're unbelievable.
What are you searching up? Where did this go?
Jimmy found,
Holy crap!
Jimmy found something else. All right, I'm gonna end this train wreck.
How do you segue from? You can't segue from that.
Dude, I don't
You
know.
really can't.
I don't know. Pokemon lingerie, dude.
Even the chat is like, what?
What Pokemon would you? That's another question. What Pokemon would you want your girl to dress up as, there, Jimmy? Lopunny? You want her to have some bunny ears, some high boots?
Pikachu.
A Pikachu.
Let's move on. from this, dude.
Pikachu.
I'm just gonna abort ship. Okay, the fuselage is on fire. The engines are failing. I'm hitting the eject button. You can find the Red Spartan Halo podcast Discord in the show notes for this episode. You can also find our link to our what am I trying to say, dude?
The Pokemon lingerie. The link will be in our Discord.
Link for our YouTube. Or link for our YouTube is going to be in the show notes as well. So follow us, subscribe to us wherever you can. Hold on, let me check my text messages right now for what I got from Firemage was talking about what day we're gonna have community night. Okay, community night is gonna be this Saturday at 11 p.m. Eastern time. With did I say Real Mystery? I meant Firemage. I don't know what I said there.
You definitely said Fire Mage.
Okay, Firemage Gaming is gonna be hosting community night this week on Saturday, again at 11 p.m. Eastern time. Find him on Twitch at fire_mage_gaming. Plug Discord, plug Red Spartan Halo YouTube. Oh, I did that. Oh, plug social media. I'm sorry. Jimmy, where can people find you? What are you up to social media wise?
At the Jimmy Cloman on TikTok.
At the Jimmy Cloman. I love that, by the way. I like that way better.
Officially
than
staying like that. I'm never gonna change it again. So.
Good.
Yeah, and I am I'm running a Patco at the end of the month. I'll be clearing out my land.
Beautiful. Is that going to be on your TikTok?
Yes, sir. And YouTube.
Very
But
nice.
I'm gonna mention my YouTube probably a month from now when I have it all together.
Very nice. Mystery, where can people find you?
I will be definitely streaming after this podcast episode's done recording at twitch.tv/realmystery, REALMISTRY.
Beautiful. Let us know your schedule.
Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Monday and Fridays will be 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then Wednesdays right after I'm done with the podcast.
Okay, very cool. For Jimmy you can't find me anywhere, so
Okay.
He's a bigger mystery than I.
Yeah, right now I am. For Jimmy Clo, for Real Mystery, I am Daddy Tracks, and this was episode 35 of the Red Spartan Halo podcast. Oh, I didn't change this. Last week I had, as long as ducks have their ways, ponds will never be family friendly. I was supposed to update this.
Change your toothbrush every couple months. There you go.
I like that. Change your toothbrush every couple months.
All right.
Do we get 3 chances to interrupt the outro now?
Yeah, one chance to interrupt the outro now.
Oh, okay.
But this time I'm actually going to end it on time.
What would be on time?
It's like no bonus minute or whatever.